Hey everyone, it's Cristi Jessee, and I am in beautiful Seven Hills, Henderson, Nevada, right outside of Las Vegas. And I thought I would take you along this morning on my morning walk. It's a beautiful, brisk morning in Nevada. It was 49 degrees when I left the house, and you might even be able to see there's snow on the mountaintops right over there. And here's a better shot of it. Right above the South Point Casino, you can see there. And yeah, there's a plane coming in to the Henderson Executive Airport. Beautiful morning in Las Vegas, right outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. You can catch this plane landing right there by the Raiders practice facility. There's planes coming in and out all day out of this airport. I love living in this area. It's so beautiful. You don't think of the beauty of Nevada when you think about Las Vegas, but it's beautiful, especially this area. It is very peaceful, residential with these trails where you can get out and get some exercise. And even though it's 49, it feels like probably 55, I would say, because the sun is very bright today, as you can see. So yesterday I just had a day of rest. You know, the Lord called me to just sit and rest. And there's a lot going on right now, you guys. There's a lot going on in the spirit. There's a lot of warfare going on right now. Many of you are walking into some pretty major blessings in your life. And this is why you've been coming up against so much resistance. But for those of you who are watching now who this is for, you've broken through, much to the enemy's dismay. And you are still probably feeling some residual warfare, but you've had tangible things happen in your life that are prophecies fulfilled. So you know you've broken through because you're starting to see these things coming in. Good morning. The enemy tried to stop it, but he couldn't. And, you know, you're still going to experience warfare. But when you walk in your dominion and you let the devil know that you're not to be pushed around and that you're not going to go lay down and give up, he's going to give up. It says in 1 Peter 5:8, the devil roams around like a roaring lion looking for whom he can devour. You're not devourable, okay? And you hear from God clearly. Even when it doesn't make sense, you walk in obedience. Even when you don't understand why he's telling you to do something or to not do something or to pull back from someone or stop watching somebody, you know, on YouTube or whatever. There's a plane coming in. You can hear the rumble. I don't know, I might have the noise cancellation on. But there's a plane. I believe that plane, oh, it's taking off. Okay, we just had one coming in. Now there's one taking off. And this airport, the Lord has spoken to me prophetically about this airport too. Just the amount of incoming and outgoing planes I've seen recently is symbolic of what many of you are going to be experiencing in 2026. Lots of travel. You're going to be overbooked. VIP, okay? But also be discerning about what invitations you accept and which ones you decline. And again, it doesn't always make sense, but it's just a matter of obedience. And you've already passed that test, okay? It's warm, huh? Hey, I like your hat. There's always friendly people out here. So yeah, you're going to have a lot going on. Some of you are going to be called into spheres of influence that you never thought you would be called into. Like your sphere of influence is growing, and the types of people who God is calling you to are people of high stature in this world, okay? And we don't care about status as the world does, but God cares about the direction that things are going. So for those political leaders, those people of influence who are open to God's correction, who are open to going the way God is calling them to go, you may be called into these circles, okay? Some of you already are. Some of you are already in these rooms, okay? Okay. I should have brought my water. And this is another reason why you've been experiencing so much resistance, because the devil doesn't want these people working for God. He doesn't want to lose territory, so to speak. And you're definitely taking back territory. You're taking back spiritual territory, and you're taking back the literal land, okay? Healing the land in your territories where there's been a lot of bloodshed for one reason or another. The land is crying out to be healed. So some of you are called to that assignment in your territories. And if that's for you, you know it. And you just keep pushing forward, you guys. No matter what your situation looks like, you just keep pushing. Here's a better view of the Henderson Executive Airport and the Raiders training facility, practice center. And it goes all the way. There's the snow on the mountaintops. And you can see the strip back here. Used to have a better view of the strip over here, but then they built these like storage facilities. And there were a lot of people who lived in the neighborhood who used to have strip views who no longer do because of all this, who were upset about it. They tried to fight it, but they didn't win, obviously. But when you buy a house, at least in Nevada, the view is not guaranteed. They tell you that. So you might buy a house with a beautiful overlook, a beautiful view of the strip, and then someone can come in and build and block your view, and there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just kind of how it goes here in Nevada. See that hummingbird? Oh, he's fast. There he is. A lot of wildlife on this hiking trail in Henderson. Back on the trail, I've seen, what have I seen? What wildlife? All kinds of birds, quail running around that are super cute. Lots of rabbits. Oh, there's the hummingbird again. He's singing a song too. Can you see him up there? I can get in closer. That's about as close as I can get. He's singing. Hey, birdie. Hi. Hello. Yeah, he's just still sitting there. He's singing, chirping. I've seen a lot of rabbits. The rabbits are like almost out of control. um, I've seen, and it's actually funny. I showed Marlon a rabbit in my backyard once, and he's like, "Mommy, you could eat that." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, we're good on the rabbits." I think the HOA would probably frown on that if you were trapping rabbits and eating them. But, you know, it's just the difference between American and Dominican culture, you know, like, and even in the DR, like, there's random chickens walking around. And I've seen people like try to catch them before, and I know they're trying to catch them for food. But it's a, you know, it's a different culture. I actually saw a big nasty snake once on this trail as well, like crossing the trail. It was nasty. It was really big. It looked like it was sick because it wasn't moving very fast, and it was like halfway off the trail. But yeah, that kind of weirded me out. The only time I'd ever seen a snake was that one time. And oh, you see a lot of lizards. The little, look like the same lizards we have in Punta Cana, the little tiny, like, gecko type lizards. You see a lot of those. That's about all I can think of right now. Oh, of course, a lot of dogs walking with their owners, though. There's also a coyote out here. Sometimes you'll hear the coyote, like, out here. You'll hear them, but I don't see them. But they do come into the neighborhoods often. I've never seen one in my neighborhood, but I know people have seen them in the neighborhoods. A lot of you who have been building according to how God has called you to build things up until this point are really starting to see the fruit. It may have been something you've been building for years, and you're just now starting to see the fruit. And it might have been a struggle, you know, as God was training you, as God was pruning you, as God has been preparing you. 1 Corinthians 2:9, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has imagined what God has in store for those who love him. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. And Romans 8:28, all things work for good for those who love him according to his purpose for them. Everything's been working for your good. And you've been consistent. You've been obedient. This is blessings for obedience. Deuteronomy 28. You've been standing on that scripture for a long time and hadn't seen it come to fruition, but you're starting to see it come to fruition. Hello. Deuteronomy 8:18. God gives you the ability, the power to be successful. In some versions it says to create wealth, okay? And you have followed his strategy, his divine blueprint for your life. You know? And it hasn't always been easy, but you have not given up. And you have a lot of people watching you, and they're going to say, this isn't fair. Why you? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that it is you, and God chose you, and you're obedient. They don't know what you've been through. They just look at the outward and make their own assumptions and judgments. And let them. Who cares? As long as you're doing what God's calling you to do in the situation and being obedient, people can think and say whatever they want. It doesn't affect you or your success or what God has in store for you. Whoa, some kids playing out there very loud. They're having fun. I'm looking to see if there's any quail. I saw some quail the other day when I was out for my walk. Some of you are like inking deals and you're just like, is this even real? Like, some of the things that you're walking into sound too good to be true. So you're even like, is this real? But you're already seeing the fruit. So you're seeing the payments coming in. You're seeing the action behind, So it's real. And then God is just getting started. This is only the beginning, And you've had a lot of people praying literally Pray on your downfall and Prey. Okay? Because you have some people who you separated from and they don't like that God's blessing you. They want to see you fall so you come crawling back to them for help, for support. Instead of going to God, they want to be God in your life. And they want to take credit for your success. And God said, no. No. These people operate in pride. They see that God's blessing you, and it makes them mad because they're not able to control you and manipulate you anymore because God exposed what they were doing. So these people are just shaking in their boots because they don't like that you have a voice. They don't like that you have a platform. They don't like that you're elevating because they're all worried about themselves and what you're going to say about them and how they're going to look. Never mind that you're repopulating heaven with souls, teaching people to turn back to Jesus Christ, going after the lost sheep. No, they don't care about that. They care about how they look. It's all pride and all about appearances. What will people think? That you're successful, but you're not in contact with them. Let God work on these people. It's not about that. Some of these people need to get healed and delivered and take accountability for their own lives. But they don't want to do that, and this is why they're in the situation they're in. Galatians 6:7-9 says, do not mock the justice of God. You will harvest what you sow. And you're harvesting what you've sown. Little yipper dog over there. I don't know if you can hear it. I might have the noise cancellation. I have this new microphone I'm still trying to figure out. It's literally a little white yipper dog. There he is. Oh yes, we hear you. We hear you. You poor little thing. I want a little white yipper dog. Marlon wants a big dog. I want a little white yipper dog. It's still barking. Actually, that would kind of annoy me though, having a dog that barks like that all the time. I want a cute little white dog that's not a yipper dog. That is just quiet and a good little boy or girl. It's another part of the trail. It's got like a ridge up here. The cell phone service is really bad over here. This is like around where I saw that snake the one time. And that's a whole word for some of you. How the snake's trying to cross your path. And remember how I said that snake was like sick? These snakes are sick. They're sick people. They need healing and delivered. And guess what? I continued walking and I stepped right over it. Oh, I went around it. But it didn't stop me. And there was nothing it could do to prevent me from moving forward. Just like these snakes trying to come in your path. They can't do anything. And these people are sick. They're not healthy. Ooh, there's the little finches. I don't know if you can see them. Still haven't seen any quail today. Oh, it's kind of getting warm now. I've got my jacket on. I'm kind of sweating a little bit. The sun is really strong today. This is a nice time of year in the Las Vegas area because it's a break from the heat of the summer. But it doesn't really get too cold here. I mean, you can see another plane taking off. You can see the snow on the mountaintops, but it's very rare. It's a takeoff. It's very rare that we get snow in the valley down here. Maybe once every 5 years, maybe. Morning. We haven't had snow in a while either. We're probably due for it, but I don't think it's going to happen this time of year. I don't think it's going to hit 60 today, according to the temp, but or my iPhone. But next week, I think it's supposed to be in the 70s. So yeah, I think we might be past the chance for snow, which I'm fine with. If I really wanted to go, I could go up to Mount Charleston. I should take you guys up there at some point. And they get snow up there. Saw another plane coming in. I don't know if you can see it there. The planes are coming in and going out today. Well, I guess it's a Sunday. So there's a lot of traffic coming in and out of Vegas. The one just took off. Now that one's coming in. There's another little bird. There's so many birds, but I don't know what they all are. I don't know what that one is. There's another plane taking off right now. That one just landed. I don't know if you can see it right there. Behind the tree now. One of the cool things that I'm realizing about this vlog channel is that there's like prophetic things happening in the vlogs too, which some people catch it, okay? And sometimes I don't catch it till after like I'm watching it. For instance, when the boys and I went to round 1 the other day at Las Vegas South Premium Outlets, there was a game that Alex was playing where you were like knocking over these clowns with a ball. And, you know, I don't particularly have a great arm or anything. And I didn't even think about the fact that they were clowns, you know, because I've given a lot of words about clowns. And I literally went and Alex was like, oh, throw some balls with me. So and you can watch the vlog. I was literally shooting while I was throwing. So I was like multitasking. And I knocked down 3 clowns in a row. And God was like, showed me after the fact that was totally prophetic. Because I'm not that good, okay? I don't have an arm like that. where I'm gonna like knock 3 of those carnival clown things down in a row, and I'm multitasking. So I think I had a little help on that one, but it was totally prophetic. That a lot of you are knocking out these demons, these clowns, people who operate out of the wrong spirit. The spirits behind it, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, Ephesians 6:12, are getting knocked out in the spirit, KO'd. So, and there was another part in that vlog where that song Higher Love came on. I think initially, it's a song from the 80s. I think Steve Winwood sang it initially, but this was like another version. It was a woman. Someone said it was Whitney Houston. I don't know. But I heard that song, and it didn't get copyrighted either, which I was kind of surprised. I heard that song at one part, and I was like, ooh, that's prophetic. Bring me a higher love. And someone else said this, it commented and said the same thing. I'm like, well, that's a confirmation. So, you know, and there have been other vlogs too where, you know, after the fact, I'm like, ooh, that was really prophetic. You know, because God is just so good, and he'll speak to us in so many ways. And so you can watch this vlog channel, and even though this channel is more like of a vlogging, you know, where my other channel, Cristi Jessee, is more like in studio or in my house, you know, just delivering the word. This one is much more free-flowing, and there's still prophetic things happening. Because I can't separate, I'm not going to separate God from this channel from that one. Like, he's in everything I do. So, you know, I'm sure this channel has attracted people who aren't believers, and they're really like, they don't get it. But, you know, they might get it when they start watching. That's the hope. That's the prayer, right? The Great Commission. How will they hear if no one's been sent? You know, I was reading Romans chapter 10 today, all sharing the gospel. And if people aren't spreading it, how are people going to hear? How are they going to know? So that's all of our assignments, spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. And not to shame people and condemn people, and, you know, not necessarily fire and brimstone, although there is a place for that. It's more of like, you're missing out on everything that God has to offer you through covenant with him, through relationship, all of his goodness, you know, you're missing out on purpose. And listen, there's a place for fire and brimstone, okay? But you're going to win more people with honey, I think, by talking about the goodness of God. And yes, you need to repent and pursue holiness and righteousness, you know. Jesus said, those who love me obey my commandments, okay? So don't expect to be lukewarm and be comfortable in sin and expect to see the blessings of God in your life. Now, he will still bless you, and he will give you grace, and he will still protect you in certain situations, especially those of you who have a high calling on your life, a high anointing. I can't tell you how many times I was so far gone in the world, and the devil tried to take me out. God still protected me in grace. I did not deserve it, but he knew he was going to get a return on that investment. The ROI, baby. And he's getting it. So even when you're in disobedience, God in his infinite wisdom and grace will still step in and protect you when you have a purpose on this earth, a high calling. And that's also why the devil attacks you so much, because he never wants you to step into it. But it's too late for that. For many of you, you're in it. You're in it to win it. And that's why the devil's so mad, you guys. So I think that I'm going to end this video here. Just going to enjoy the rest of my walk. I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend in this, I believe it's January 24th or 23rd. I don't ever know what day it is. It's Sunday, 2026. Hope you're having a blessed weekend. And just stay the course, you guys. Stay the course. Continue to build. Continue to prosper. For God knows the plans He has for you. Plans to prosper you and not harm you, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. And just don't give up. Keep pushing, you guys. And just know I appreciate all of you. Thank you for all your support. And stay blessed.